Facebook that I was going to be speaking with you, and got so much positive feedback from friends all over the country saying they love their Rotary chapter and why don't I speak for their Rotary chapter? And I'm like, well, you haven't even heard me yet, so you can recommend me if you want to. So we are living on Zoom these days and other very fun or not so fun platforms. We're going to have a chance today to see a ton of resources that are available to you that are absolutely free. I am a woman of modest means and I try and find only free tools available. So let's dig in and see what we've got going on. First of all, when you are in a Zoom meeting, I don't know if you know this, but in your controls, you have the ability to write on your slides, to annotate them. So all you need for supplies for this one is any kind of annotation tool that would be available in any kind of meeting that you're in. So Teams has it. All of the different functionality comes within the platform. So there, I see someone posting a heart. So in your meeting controls, there should be a more button or an annotate button, just depending on how you've got your screen set up. So click on those annotation tools and you'll see, whoops, I'm drawing on it and showing you the chat at the same time. You'll see a map of Madison. So click and tell me where you are located in Madison. And why am I not?
Yeah, I'm not able to. Oh, there's Adam.
Hold on 1 second.
Where's
there we go.
The toggle again? Or where's the ability to annotate? We should be able to just draw.
So in your meeting controls for your own personal Zoom meeting, you'll have to look and see like where you would put the chat menu up and those types of things.
Okay.
You'll see annotate as one of the options. Now you may see 3 dots that says more.
Okay.
And you'll see annotate there.
Yeah, I probably can't do it because I'm the host of the meeting.
Yep, mine came up on the top under view options.
Yep.
Okay.
So look at, we've got stars all over. Here's the thing that is crazy about this particular map for me. There are 4 airports in Dane County. Did you know that? I'm like, there's one in Verona, there's one in Wanakee, there's obviously the big one, and then there's one in Middleton. I just think that's crazy. So this is one way that you can do this. Just, you know, what's your 20? Where are you? You can also do it if you've got a document that you want to look at together. If you want to edit something together, you know, the world is your oyster. So anyway, that's just one thing that you can do. It's super simple. All right. So now if we
Angela?
look at our whiteboard again.
Excuse me, Angela, it looks like we have a question. Judy Phillips, do you have a question?
Oh, no, I'm not. I don't know what I'm doing. No, I do not.
Okay.
All right, so that's the whiteboard over the top of a slide. Now, what you could do is you could put a document up there that people need to proofread it together. You could proofread a document in 30 seconds together. I mean, it could be so fast. You could look at a new website layout and people could mark it up together. How cool is that? Now, the other thing that you've got available in Zoom is a blank whiteboard. We're not going to use it today, but I'm going to look at a couple of different whiteboard with annotation tools. What? There are so many of them out there. My favorite is called Jamboard. Jamboard is a Google extension. So if you've got a google.com address, email address, or gmail.com or Google account and at all, Jamboard is now owned by the Google, as my brother would say. Now with Jamboard, this is actually a screen grab that somebody in Boston University used, but it just makes me happy because they've actually used the tools. So you'll see the pen tool, there's a marker, there's a highlighter, and there's a brush, and you can do them in blue, black, green, yellow, red, or clear. The other thing is you can see right under those colors, you can see that you can convert your handwritten text to actual text. Boom. So if you use any kind of a flip chart tool, you can use Jamboard for it. It's also got 5 different colors of sticky notes. What? So think about all the ways you use sticky notes in traditional face-to-face meetings that you're like, I don't know how to do that. Let's do this together. I'm going to put this in the chat for you. And you will have the link. Where's my chat? There it is. So take a look at that chat link, if you would, please.
Says we need
And
access.
you're going to see on Jamboard, whoops, you're going to get to see me editing a file. All right, when you go to that link, you're going to see a Jamboard, an actual live Jamboard. So what you need to do.
Angela, it says we all need access.
Oh. Anyone with the link, copy the link. There we go. All right.
Ooh.
So as you come in here, rather than using your annotation tools, go back, close your annotation tools, because otherwise you're going to scribble on the slide. So we've got 9 people, everybody's coming in. This is what I would love is for you to take a look at this and go, okay, if I am going to a holiday buffet, what order should I put the food in? And P.S., what's missing? So we're going to have an old-fashioned everybody get together. And you can move these around.
We can only,
so
I can
I'm
only
going to
view.
say.
Can anyone else only view? I don't have any of
You're
those.
only able to view. I did
left.
share, if you click on that second link.
Yeah.
There we go. So I think that make sure you click on the pointer tool. I think the shrimp tray, well, cookies should go last, right? So make sure, click on your annotation tools one more time, and then make sure that you click the X to get rid of your annotation. And now in this box, you should be able to hit the select tool, that arrow, or you can click on a sticky note to add a new one if there's something that we're missing. Does that make sense?
I know everyone's muted, but I'm only to be able to view only. So I don't know if that's why you're on the page yourself.
Yeah, my access says view only too.
Wow.
Request to edit access.
My apologies for that.
That's all right, but it looks really cool.
So what you can do, I'm going to put the plates and napkins first, right? Pickled herring, I'm putting way off to the side. Cheese and sausage tray, it better be a big one, so I'm going to make that bigger. Shrimp tray, I like that next. Tiny meatballs, they can go there. Oops. So I can add and move things around, and my apologies that I didn't share a link that you could actually get action on, but this is a great way for you to brainstorm things together, just like you would if you had sticky notes in a meeting.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it's free. What? All right, let's go back to our slides. Next up, I have, yeah, Jay, you go for it. Pickled. It's good for New Year's Eve, I guess. Anyway, all right, so hopefully everybody's got a sticky note available to them. I've got little 2x2s in front of me. This is all that's required when you start a meeting together. Now, don't forget to turn off your annotation tools, my friends. So on the annotate bar, click on the X on the far right-hand side, and then you won't show up anymore unless you want to draw on the slides, which you're welcome to. I'm good with that. All right, so you're going to take your 2x2 sticky note, and this is a really great way to take the temperature or just get a feeling for where people are that are in the meeting with you. Now, if you say the word feelings, people get wigged out. We don't want to hear your feelings in a meetings typically, unless you're in a breakout room, and then you can cry and laugh and everything's good. So what if I asked you to please share with me, what is your biggest dream for the future? So pull up a sticky note or pull up a piece of paper if you don't have a 2x2 and draw for all of us your concept of your dreams for the future. Take 30 seconds and do that right now.
Just, do you want us to draw on a piece of paper?
Yes, please.
Okay, not annotate on the screen. That's great.
All right. Hold them up to the camera. And get you in gallery view. And then what you can do is go around. So for me, I'm going to be a world famous speaker. So there's me. Oh, look at Jay's got money, 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 money. So as you go around, you can ask people to share their thoughts, their ideas, their dreams. Look at the cash money. And it even looks like it's on the back of a check.
Erin, what is yours there?
Erin,
I want a house on a lake, and that's me rowing in my boat.
nice. Yes, it is. Tara's got a beach scene on an island.
Yeah.
Nice. Paula's got zoo animals. Paula, what did you say? We couldn't hear you, honey.
It's a safari.
Oh, a safari.
Oh,
See, we could
awesome.
tell. We could tell. So that's just a really fun and quick way to get people out of their normal 2x2 box, right? Doesn't really take a whole lot, but it's really a creative way to get people in the other sides of their brains. All right, next up, voting. In your office right now, you are not, I'm going to give you permission to do something that you're going to think is absolutely crazy. You are not tied to your camera. Do you hear me? You can get up. You can move. You've got a whole life outside of this square, okay? So you are going to go somewhere else, either in your office or in your home. You have 30 seconds to find one green item and one red item. Can be anywhere you need it to be. Tara doesn't even have to leave. She's got red all over behind her. So get up from your camera, go and find something red, go and find something green. 30 seconds.
Jackie, we're samesies. Jim, what is that? Oh, Kathy, that's perfect.
All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to ask you a couple questions. You are going to vote with me. Oh, Erin's back. Is everybody back? There we go. See, we don't have to stay just in our 2x2 square. All right. You're going to hold up green. Whoops. This is a card that I made a long time ago, but it's green on the back. So there you go. You're going to hold up. You're going to vote with me, either red or green, if you agree or disagree. I can't handle scary movies. Do you agree with that? I can't handle scary movies.
So you agree with green? Oh,
Leanne,
money.
you're holding up both at the
Jay.
same time.
Jay. Jay's got a 20 up there.
I love to cook. Yay. Yay for honesty. Oh, look, he's holding up a cookbook saying that he doesn't want to cook.
Jay.
I am generally a shy person. The person in the upper right corner of my screen would look great dressed as a Disney princess.
Oh,
already
Judy
does.
Phillips.
It doesn't matter who it is. That would be awesome, right? If I could choose a superpower, I would choose flight.
Light?
So fun, right? Last one. I am 100% prepared for the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, yeah.
With your $20, Jay?
Yep, he's got $20
And my Red
and
Bull
he's ready to
cookbook.
roll. And his cookbook that he doesn't like to cook out of.
Copyright 1960.
That's
Nice.
That's awesome.
Still relevant.
So that is just, so one of the things that does. Now, first of all, it gives us a different way to vote than what we're used to. It goes beyond the chat. It goes beyond hand raising, right? And it allows you, it gives you permission to get up and walk around and look at your space through a different lens. I love being able to do that. Next up is a scavenger hunt. The only thing that you need for this scavenger hunt is a list of relevant websites and something that you want people to discover together. How many times have you been in a meeting or in any kind of an engagement of any kind online, and people say, all right, we need to do some research on this. Whenever someone says we need to do some research, why not break up into breakout rooms and give people 10 minutes to go to specific websites that you've assigned. All right, so I've got a credit union background. I'm going to give people the idea of looking for different websites for design innovation in the new branch. And I'm going to go through this list of 10. I'm going to give you 10 different breakout rooms, whether there's 2 of you or 10 of you, you're going to work together and you're going to go to these different websites. We're not going to do this now, but this is an idea for getting engagement when you're in a meeting. There's nothing saying that breakout group can't be a scavenger hunt together. So for you all, you can't have the brat stand right now. What if instead you took your next meeting and you spent your 10 minutes brainstorming different online fundraisers that you could do? And you gave each group a different website to investigate. So everybody could come up with, and maybe it's over 2 weeks. 1 week, you do a little investigation of creative online fundraising ideas. Then the next week you do the actual scavenger hunt. They have to then, each group would need to report back in 10 minutes. What did they think was their best idea? What was the best design idea in this case? What was the best fundraiser that they came up with? And you can define best however you want. In 10 minutes, you would be using the collective brain power of 35, 37, however many people we have on the session today, instantly. And nobody has that weird, yucky feeling of, oh, I got to do homework. I've given an hour of my time or an hour and 15 minutes of my time for this meeting, and now I got to do more work. Let's all work together while we're in the meeting. So that's how easily that one can be used. Next up is something called a word cloud. If you've never used Menti.com before, now's your chance. Everybody's got a cell phone, right? And you've probably got it within reach. So what you can do is point your camera at the QR code, that little higgly square. I don't even know how else to say that. Or you can go to www.menti.com. If you scan the QR code, it's going to take you right to the word. If you go to menti.com, you'll enter 5095666. Ooh, that's not a lucky number. And I'm going to show you what that's going to look like.
Ooh.
So when you get there, I'm so sorry.
No, that's in
Here's
there.
the code 2776952.
Mine's in there.
So go to menti.com and go to 2776952. And you should get an invitation to enter up to 3 different terms. How do you want your meeting participants or training participants, if you do a training session, to feel after you're done with your meeting?
How often do you have to refresh this tool?
This is automatically refreshing live as you're putting it in here.
Yeah, it is.
Isn't that crazy cool?
I'm trying to get bigger than motivated with my word.
What word do you want me to put in?
I put loved in like 18 times. There, it's getting bigger.
I'll put loved in a whole bunch too.
That's cool. I like that idea for something fun.
There, love's getting bigger. So it is updating real time. Now you can use this ahead of time in the meeting. What I'm actually doing is a little bit of an advanced technique that Zoom has available, and it is sharing just part of my screen so that I pulled the actual Menti website over into the PowerPoint or over into the share window rather than putting it in the PowerPoint. Because if I put it in the PowerPoint, I basically have to do a screen grab of a moment in time. But I wanted you to be able to see this go together. So you could see that loved is now taking top honors, thanks to Tara, inspired, motivated, happy. So that should make you feel better than, you know, the 10-minute breakout where everybody left sad. But I also don't see that anybody's saying, I want people to leave my meetings feeling bored, feeling disengaged, feeling like they could have spent their time somewhere else in a better way, right? So it's just a really cool way to get people to see how each other is reacting. So this was a screen grab that I took as a moment in time. And that's why it's not updating live.
Do you know if those word clouds, since it's a free tool, are they saved somewhere or?
Yes, when you go to Mentimeter, it's actually mentimeter.com is the full name of the site. Lisa, if you could type that in for us. So menti.com is where I vote, but mentimeter.com is where you can enter in all the different ways that people can vote. So you could do pie charts, you can do bar charts, you can do something called spider web where it's different dots and they grow, the different legs of the web grow. You can do the word clouds like I've done. Word clouds are sort of a trendy thing that people like to use, but I think watching a live word cloud build is just super fun. But when you set up a Mentimeter.com account, you can put in whatever question you want and you can save the information later. You can export it into an Excel document. We actually have a colleague that uses this on a weekly basis. He has weekly check-in meetings, and every single time he starts with, when he sends the meeting invitation out, he also sends out a link to a Menti saying, how are you feeling this week? So every single week he's taking a read on the group that's with him. It's another thing that you could do as part of your meetings. And that way, when you do your happy sads, you'd know already, you know what, somebody's struggling this week because we've got a word that isn't such a happy word that's coming up on the screen.
That's cool.
All right, next up, Google Docs actually has a tool where you can put quizzes. Oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. In Google Docs, you can share them with other people. I'm not sharing this one with you just for the sake of time, but you can all go to the exact same Google form or Google Doc at the same time. And you can put in your email address. You can put anything in it that you want. I was in an online class way, way back in March, which feels like 100 years ago, where every week we would put our thoughts, our takeaway from the session into a Google Doc together. And by doing that, the person who was leading the meetings was able to see everybody was engaged, everybody took something away. Maybe they didn't take away exactly what I wanted them to take away, and I need to do a little bit something different next time. So Google Docs is, again, free if you've got a Gmail or a Google account, and you're able to share that with anybody and then share the results as well.
And it automatically saves.
It does automatically save, exactly. All right, so now Google Forms. We will go to a Google Forms doc together as well. But before that, Google Forms is a little bit different than Google Docs. With Google Forms, you're able to do any kind of quiz or survey kind of in a flash. So I can do it as a short answer or a paragraph. I can do multiple choice with either check boxes or drop-down options. I can put images into my Google Forms. So if I wanted somebody, say I'm working with a group of kids and I wanted them to say, which toy would you most like for the holidays? And I put 3 different pictures. You can do it that way. You can do a linear scale. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did you enjoy today's topic? On a scale of 1 to 5, how likely are you to visit my website? Any of those types of things, and you'd be able to rate it. You can also do it by date and time. So I know we use doodle polls a lot, and doodle is a way to figure out when people can meet, when they're available for a meeting or a training. But by doing it with date and time and doing a survey with date and time, you're able to see, you know what? Mondays at noon really is the best time for our meeting to go on. Or maybe our attendance is going down, so we need to find a new time of the week. So you can allow people to vote on that as well. All right, so let's take a look at this form. So click on, in the chat, click on that Google form. And you should be able to see a little bit of a quiz. And of course, I forgot to pull it up, so I'm going to pull it up while you are. And then once everybody's had a chance to respond, we will look at the results together.
We have used the polling feature before in Zoom.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And we actually did the whiteboard once as well when we were doing our brainstorming session a couple months ago.
Nice. What did you use them for? The whiteboard.
We did a brainstorm for the fundraising opportunities, like alternate
Nice.
fundraising. Yeah. We have about 6 more minutes, Angela, just so you know.
All right. For some reason, my little friendly forms is not coming up for me. So go ahead and share any questions that you have while I'm working this behind the scenes.
Lisa said, super fun. Angela, how do we find whiteboard?
Okay, so within your Zoom settings, you're able to pull up or share a whiteboard. So under your basic share settings,
Mhm.
you get a plain old whiteboard. Are you seeing that on your screen?
Yep.
So now I have, there you go. I have a giant whiteboard that I can write on. I can put different forms on. I can put different stamps on. There's also a really cool little highlighter tool that you can follow my spotlight around the screen, which is really fun if you, again, are working on a website and you want people to be able to follow where you are on the screen.
Jay. I love the annotation tool. We need to do that more.
Just testing to see if I can annotate on the whiteboard.
Yes. So you can annotate on anybody's slides during any presentation. That's kind of interesting.
It is. It is.
Be like, who's doing that? And you can make your name anything you want.
That's
So when
kind
you
of
set up
dangerous.
the share, whoever is setting up the meeting,
Yeah.
whoever's the host, can determine who can share at
Got it.
any given time.
That's right. Okay.
Another thing that is very fun to know about Zoom, when you go into your general settings, so if you go next to stop video or mute, there is a little caret next to it, and you click on either audio settings or video settings. And when you do that, you'll see general. And under general, you can pick your skin tone of your hand. So you don't have to be just the average white person. You can be whatever color you want to be.
I like to be the Simpsons yellow.
Nice.
Kind of.
I have chosen an African American thumbs up. And the reason I've done that is because I feel like we've been seeing other people's hands for a long time. So why not show a little diversity?
That's cool.
All right. I'm going to stop sharing. I'll let you guys play all you want. What other questions do you have while we wrap up?
Mike Dillis. Yes. I love the virtual backgrounds. I use these all the time. Well, this was very, oh, Jay, perfect for you. Thank you so much, Angela. I just wanted to let you know that our Rotary Club does make a donation in the name of all of our speakers that present to our club. And I appreciate all your tips and tricks. I am definitely going to try Menti. I think that is super cool. And the Jamboard with my team, obviously with designers on my team, they're always wanting to draw and sketch and stuff. So I think that would be fun to have that. So those are definitely
Excellent.
2 tools that I will be checking out. Any other questions before we close it out? Look at Jay on the big screen.
Yeah, I'll just make a note about our speaker for next week. So we are meeting next week, even though it's the week of Christmas. So on December 21st, our speaker is going to be Dr. Ryan McAdams, and he's a neonatologist at UW. And he's going to be speaking on neonatal care, a global perspective.
Ooh,
So little tiny babies.
tiny babies.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys have a great Rotary week, and we will see you on Monday. Look at Mike.
Thanks, Angela.
Thanks,
Thank
Angela.
you all
Bye,
so much
Lisa.
for the
Good to see
invite.
you. Bye, everybody.